Hi guys. Okay, so today I just wanted to do a little sit down, little chat or whatever, something different than the vlogs. But I've debated for a long time whether or not I wanted to get on here and talk about the things that I'm getting ready to talk about with you. Only because, um, you know, it's like these baby steps that I've been taking, sort of, getting comfortable with doing this, and putting myself out there and being really raw and open and authentic, which is the reason why I started all of this, was that I said that I wanted to be, my main goal throughout this whole thing is I had decided that I was wanting to live, this extraordinary life, and to no longer just sort of be numb and just going through the motions of this life. But what has inspired me to do this has been my daughter, Tierney, and to make these changes in my life so that she has a really strong, role model, female woman role model in her life that she can, come to. She can come to me for anything, I feel like we have a really open, strong relationship. But this is why I had started all of this. But going back, I don't know, maybe, well, at least 6 months ago, I was introduced, and not actually physically introduced, like face to face, but I was introduced to a life coach, a business coach, and his name is Della Volpe, and I'm not sure, sorry Mike if I'm pronouncing your last name wrong, but I'll link his information in the description box below. But my sister Mia is a business coach, and she's the one who connected me with him. And I think that the reason why she had connected me with him was because since we're siblings and whatever, she thought that maybe I could get what I needed out of the process that she does, but that he also knows. And so anyway, so she connected me with him. And so him and I did these calls, these phone calls, through Viber, actually. I can't even remember how many calls we did, but quite a few. And at first I was really, really uncomfortable with the whole thing, just in terms of opening up and really making sure that I was going to genuinely be open to all of these things. Anyways, it was a phenomenal experience. I would highly recommend him and my sister if anyone is interested in that sort of thing, and they're looking for being able to change the way they live their lives, and being able to make huge progress, having goals and being able to attain those goals, and understanding how all of that sort of works, whatever I highly, highly recommend it. So my sister Mia, it's Mia Hewett. I'll also link her information in the description box below, if any of you are interested. Both of them live in the United States. So of course, well anyways, I'll give their contact details, and then you guys can contact them directly. But part of like these little baby steps that I've been taking is that I used to smoke, and I was smoking for probably, I don't know, 4 or 5 years, probably 5 years. And I hated it. And I think from the moment I started, I said I was going to quit. And prior to me smoking, I was a runner. Every single day I would run. Not long distances. I never did marathons or anything like that, but it was just something for me every day, at least once a day, sometimes twice a day. For 20 or 30 minutes, I would go out and run, clear my head, and it was huge for me. It was... Anyway, so I sort of went from that to smoking every day. And it was ridiculous. And enjoying like a glass of wine every day. Anyways, I've changed all of that. I quit smoking back in October. That was a huge thing for me to be able to do. I no longer buy alcohol for the home. I only have it if it's given to me as a gift, or I drink when I'm being social with friends, which is you know, something that I've also changed. I used to meet friends like every single week, at least once or twice a week. And not that I'm trying to get away with being, or get away from being social or anything, because I still really enjoy that and being with my friends. But it's just that I've now am working on all these other things that it's sort of like, well, my time is really important to me, and where am I gonna, you know, having not the value, but the making sure that the priority is in line with the goals that I've set for myself, right? So this is sort of like where I'm at right now. And yeah, there's been huge changes. There's also, on the other side of it, my ex-husband is getting ready to leave the country. He's moving outside of the country. And that's had a huge impact on Tierney and myself, for obvious reasons, that her father is leaving, and so she's been struggling with that a little bit. And I'm not trying to get on here and, excuse me, and bash anyone. I certainly am not here to talk about Tierney's experience. That's something that is, you know, it's her experience, but I'm here trying to be able to support that and to figure out and navigate all those things. Anyways, it's been really stressful at times. Those are a lot of the appointments and stuff that you heard me talk about, or I showed you when, you know, I was getting all that kind of stuff done. Anyways, being foreigners and living here in this country, yeah, so there's just a lot to be able to work out. But, you know, with all of that being said and done, like, to me, it's the most, I'm still so unbelievably grateful for the home that we have, that Tierney and I have. And, you know, having Charlie, he's up at the top of the stairs right now staring at me. These just simple things, food on the table, you know, I'm beyond grateful for all of this. But there are more things that I want, of course. You know, there's always, that's what I feel like is a natural thing, to always keep reaching and wanting more. And for me as a person, it is huge for me to have change. I absolutely love change. And sometimes I feel like I do things to sort of create change, but I'm working on trying to have this organic, natural process of change happening that where it's not forced. It's a very natural thing. So that's what I'm working on now. The next thing I think that I know that I really want is, and I talked about it before briefly, I think in another video, is that I'm really looking for being able to have a relationship with a man, and you know, someone who, so I'm going to be very specific. So for, oh my gosh, I feel like I'm really shiny, gosh. I want to be very specific. So for all of you guys out there that may know of somebody, because I have such a small knit community here in Germany, and you know, it's just, I find, obviously, as you know, if you watch my vlogs, that I just go to the grocery store and come home, and that's it. So the chances and the likelihood of me being able to meet somebody that I'm really, you know, anyways, so you understand what I'm saying. But this is what I'm looking for. I want, I'm 45, so I'm looking for somebody who is at least my age, if not older. Somebody who has been married before, but that is obviously divorced now, and who has kids, so they understand, and they understand, you know, someone who's a father that gets all of that, you know. That's really important to me. But I want someone who, like a masculine man, somebody who does really well and absolutely loves what he does for a living, for his job, who's motivated in terms of constantly wanting to be able to give back, add more, but then also knows the balance between that and also a family, and all of these things that I'm asking for you to go out there and see if you can find for me. And not that I'm not looking, I have been for a while now, actually. But these things that I'm saying that I want in another human being, in another man, is something that I feel like, I would never be able to ask this of somebody else if I wasn't prepared or if I wasn't doing that myself. So I'm wanting somebody who is basically, that is, where you feel like you have a really good rapport with. Anyway, so I'm just putting it out there. This is something that I debated on for a long time, whether or not, how open and honest I was going to be. But yeah, and I think that it's important to do that. And so if anybody knows of a gentleman who is over 45, has been married before, so he understands all of that, gets that, is divorced, and is looking for, wanting to have a relationship, I'll put my information down below. Thanks. Bye.